I'm feeling cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you think you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I know I just got off of a live, but I definitely want to come here and talk about this. This is very important, and I know we watched Mary Cosby struggle through this throughout the years with her son, but what has been posted from TMZ, I'm looking at it on the News, even Google has it, Fox 11 has it, is that Mary Cosby's son, Robert Jr., has passed away. So before we get into that, let's take care of the business of this channel. If you want to join the SoDeb Nation, turn on your notifications, turn them on all so you notify every time I go live or post new videos. Subscribe to the channel and then do that. Like the video, share the video, comment down below in the comment section. Let's play my intro and then let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
All right, y'all, I'm back. All right. So this is so crazy because yesterday, when I was on my live yesterday, I posted this story about Mary's son yesterday. It was talking about that her son had been facing new felony charges and assault charges. And this was from Starcasm _IG. So exclusive Mary Cosby's son, Robert Cosby Jr., is facing two new felony assault charges stemming from 2024 altercation with his now ex-wife. According to police, I'm gonna call her Alex, came forward about the May 2024 assault while Robert was in jail in November of last year. She told police that Robert attacked her after she flushed his substances down the toilet. She claimed Robert pushed her, beat her, pushed her, beat her about face and head, and kicked her in the stomach in addition to strangling her. Alex took photos of the day of the incident and presented them to the officer when filing the report. In the pictures, both eyes appeared red and swollen. Her left eye has a lump below the eyebrow, and there is a red mark visible on Alex's neck, the officer stated. Charges of felony assault and felony aggravated assault were filed on February the 5th, which was one day after Robert was released from jail, stemming from his November arrest. A warrant was issued for Robert on the same day the charges were filed. It appears he was able to post his $2,500 bond without being booked. He has a hearing scheduled for the middle of next month. And you can visit the website for that. So I'm on my live today and I'm getting notifications about him passing away, right? So let's get into some of the stories that they have brought up. Allegedly, this is coming from an overdose, which we knew that Mary had already been afraid of. If you guys watch Salt Lake City, she was happy that he went to jail because at least she knew he was safe. And so he got out Everybody thought he looked really great, but I was already kind of questioning, is he safe? Is he going to be okay? Because it's not the first time, and he's been struggling with, substance abuse. Even when they went to her church on the show, I think last season he was intoxicated, and so this is really sad, y'all. This is really really sad. So let's pull up. I'm going to pull up all the articles that I see. So, and I pulled it up before if you guys weren't on the first live, but let's pull them up again because I want this to just be about this. All right. So this is from E News. Real House of Salt Lake City star Mary Cosby's son Robert Jr. Is dead at 23. The Real House of Salt Lake City's star's only son Robert Cosby Jr. died February 23rd. Police confirmed to page 6. Let me pull up page 6 too. All right, we'll pull that one up too. He was 23. Salt Lake City police found Robert deceased after responding to a call for a full arrest medical emergency, according to TMZ. E News has reached out to Salt Lake City police and has not yet heard back. Robert had been featured on the Bravo reality show where his legal troubles and sobriety journey took center stage. His passing comes less than 1 month after he was released from Salt Lake City County Metro Jail after serving 2 months behind bars. His attorney, Clayton Sims, told page 6. And I read this on the other live, so you guys can go back to that if you didn't see that part. But let's move over here to actual page 6. All right, page 6. Russell Lawrence, Salt Lake City star Mary Cosby's son, Robert Cosby Jr., has died. He was 23. He was found dead after officers responded to an overdose call that turned into a death investigation on February 23rd. A Salt Lake City Police Department spokesperson confirmed to page 6 on Wednesday. A rep for Mary wasn't immediately available to page 6 for comments, and I'm sure it's going to take her some time. Bravo's head honcho Andy Cohen publicly gave his condolences, writing via Instagram threads. Let's see if we can find that. Devastatingly sad news out of Salt Lake City. This is every parent's worst nightmare. My heart is broken for Mary, and I am sending all my love to her and Robert Sr. Robert Jr. died after his estranged wife, Alex Smokeoff, filed for divorce after 3 years of marriage in November. The exes secretly tied the knot at a Utah courthouse in August 2022. Robert struggled with substances, was featured in Bravo's show, including during season 6, which was filmed in early 2025. Let's see if we can find this with Andy. Okay. So Andy did just post this. Devastating, sad news out of Salt Lake City. This is every parent's worst nightmare. My heart is broken for Mary, and I'm sending all my love to her and Robert Sr. So this is real. This is real. Let's read some of the comments. This is so heartbreaking for Mary. Her story touched so many of us dealing with adult children struggling with mental health. This person says, I can't even imagine Robert Jr. Was her everything. I could see how much they loved each other. May he rest in peace. I pray that Mary knows she is a great mother. I don't know Mary, but I have enjoyed watching her grow and share her beautiful heart throughout the seasons of Salt Lake City. I want to bring up one thing that I did see on the show. I remember that Mary had sat down. I can't remember who she was talking to on the show, but she said something about how he felt like he might not be enough for her. I think as a parent, that has to be devastating to hear. And I knew when Mary said this, that this was very troubling. This was a lot, what's going on, sis? What's up, Bart? I knew this was very troubling when Mary said this on the show, because could you imagine having a child who feels like you're not even enough for you? And Mary cried and she was like, he's enough, Um, and so I remember like her talking about this journey that he was going through with the substance abuse. And so it's just so sad that like this was the ending. And I realized that, you know, when people are struggling with substances, like it's unpredictable. You don't know, you know. Let me share this in our friend group real quick too. Um, y'all, this is about to make me really sad. A lot of the reasons why it makes me really feel sad is because like I remember feeling this way before. And, you know, thank God like I didn't choose this avenue. But to know that like we're watching somebody on television whose kid did this is a lot. And I know that like Mary, no matter how much people talk about her and, you know, calling her church a cult and things like this, no one deserves this, you know. He didn't deserve this. I do kind of wonder is like her journey on the show, did it have anything to do with like him feel like he had to meet expectations of things? um I wonder that, right? So let's get into another article. This one comes from TMZ. I know they're not all other, they're saying a bunch of different information, but I just want to go through all of them just to make sure we're not missing anything. It says Robert Cosby Jr., the son of Royal Housewives of Salt Lake City star Mary Cosby, is dead. TMZ has learned Robert died Monday in Utah. So Robert died 2 days ago. The cause of death is unclear, but police responded to a possible overdose, and it turned into a death investigation upon arrival. When I tell y'all, like being a school teacher, um, and just worrying about my kids all the time, how I feel cannot compare to what Mary and Robert Sr. could be even going through. And I'm going to finish reading before I get into the conversation. I'm actually going to drop the link if you guys want to come up. Police in Salt Lake City tell us they responded Monday night to a call for a full arrest medical emergency for a 23-year-old male. We're told fire and paramedics were dispatched. His death comes only a couple months after Robert's wife, um, Alex Smoke Off, filed for a divorce. I think that divorce really hit hard for him because you think about not being good enough for people, right? You're married, and even that wasn't good enough. And under no circumstances am I blaming his ex-wife for this, because this was a battle that he had to go through, right? And when Mary said on the show, um, when Mary said on the show that she wanted him to be in jail because she knew he would be safe, that hit so hard. Because if you know, Mary knew some things that we didn't even know. And as a mother, she should. But when she said that, I didn't take that lightly. I did not take that statement lightly. I knew that Mary knew that something was going to happen or something could be on the way. And my heart goes out to her. My heart goes out to her. I've lived a life where I've had family members that struggle through, addictions and drugs or substances. I'm sorry. I've lived that life where I've watched my family do this, go through things like this. I'm glad that they are still here. What's going on, James? I just got here. What exactly happened? On G first thing I saw a saying. So it is. So I'm about to read it to you guys again. What's going on, Shannon? Rest in peace. And who is married to Bill? I don't know who Bill is, but so for you guys who don't know who we're talking about Mary Cosby from Housewives of Salt Lake City. Her son has been struggling with substance abuse. She went on. I think there's actually. Let me see if I can play this.
The Metropolitan Opera live in cinemas. Spectacular productions starring the world's great.
I'm not in that dark place, but still there. I'm just getting that stimuli from unhealthy sources.
And he's high talking to his mother right now. And when you watch this episode, I don't know if you guys can see. Make sure you guys can see this. Yes, okay.
Like what sources?
Drugs.
Hold on, let me pull this up full screen. Okay.
So good.
Oh. I'm not in that dark place, but it's still there. I'm just getting that stimuli from unhealthy sources.
And like if you watched this episode, you knew that he was high at this point. And I think the clip that I'm playing right now is from the reunion, because you can see Mary is like getting emotional. She's getting really sad about it. Because at the time, I don't know if she actually said this on the show.
Like what sources?
Drugs.
Did you smoke today?
Yeah, I smoked.
God, in the name of Jesus.
And she took him to the church. She prayed for him. She used the energy that she really needed from that cast for her.
All right. Mary, I loved hearing you preach.
Thank you, Andy. That made me cry. Sorry.
What got you?
I think she knew how high he really was when she watched that. And to see your kid on national television, I don't think that she thought that he would be high during that conversation. But he was, though.
Just
And he admitted it.
my son.
He's incarcerated currently.
Yeah, this is when he went to jail. This is before he went to jail, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Why?
He went over to his wife's ex-wife. She's filed for divorce house, and
I feel like that's where a lot of his downfalls start to happen. And again, it's not her fault, because she's not responsible for him and his addiction. So I don't want to put that out there, but I think that this triggered him a lot, because his wife, they were getting a divorce. I'll tell you guys, like, losing somebody in a relationship is very hard. It's very hard. Whether you lose them in real time or through substances, it's hard. And I can imagine it was hard for her during this time.
they filed a restraining order against him, and he went back anyway, thinking that she wants him to come back and save her. I don't know where he's getting that from. Delusional.
It probably was because he was using substances, and it was hard. He thought in his heart of hearts that she wanted him to come back, because it's probably something that he needed, but it's also such a hard conversation and a hard space to be in, because even though he might have needed her, she can't be around him because he's abusing substances, and they have a child, from what I understand.
And then he every time he'd go back over there, they would call the police and they arrest him. And this time they tased him. And
oh wow.
And so she was probably really over him because of the things that have happened before, and she didn't want to be prone to that. So I could definitely see why she would call the police and everything went over there, because he's probably not in the best spaces when he's going over there.
But I'm happy. I'm in a good place. I'm not worried about him. I know he's somewhere where he's not using. At some point, I have to step back so that he can learn.
And I feel like Mary did the right thing, and I feel like she was in the right mind frame when she said this. How hard is it for a mother to say, like, I'm happy that my kid is in jail because I know he can't harm himself because he's not out here able to use. Y'all, this is breaking me. Like, I'm not even lying. This is breaking me for real.
And he can make his own decision. And unfortunately, he's learning the hard way. But I'm okay with it. It's just, you don't want to see your kid suffer, but I know it's good.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with this, but, or have a family member that's ever dealt with this. This is so hard to watch. I think it's hard to know that, like, to watch how Mary really tried to help him, even when she had to take her hands off of him and let him sit in jail. It's hard to watch. But I do feel like she did the right thing.
And I'd rather him be there than dead,
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's what happened.
He was booked into Salt Lake City Metro Jail until February 2026, when a judge will determine the length of his remaining sentence. Are you in contact with him in jail? Do you go see him?
No, I don't. I can't go to the jail, Andy. That's a little weird.
And people are talking shit about her not going to see him. I think because he struggled so long with substance abuse, and it was like back to back to back to back. I don't know if that's wrong, you know? Would I want to go see my kid? Yeah. I feel like there's no wrong or right way to handle the situation. But because she's on national television, people are going to have their opinions. But that's a lot. That's a lot.
I just feel like that's
him
his.
That way.
No, I don't. I don't want to look at my child behind a glass.
And what are your conversations like?
Well, he calls me every day.
Okay.
And
even we saw Karen talk about how she, what changed her, and we'll see as time goes on about how she didn't want her kids to see her behind the glass. So that's a real thing. And I mean, if you ever had to go to jail before, like, it's hard to watch a person that you love behind the glass. You can't touch them. You can't hug them. You can't tell them everything's going to be all right because it's out of your control at this point.
I'm basically preaching to him. I'm like, you're going through this, but you have to realize that God is allowing it. And if God allowed it, then it's for your good. This will help you to change, and you got to change.
And so he got out of jail. And let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that. This is so crazy. Reality TV is a beast. And it's something like especially when you have children, it's a beast because you never really know like how things are going to work out. They had a photo of him when he got out. Oh, here it is right here. It was on People magazine. I skipped over it, but this was the photo that they got of him when he got released from jail. People were like, oh no, he looks really great. He's doing good. And I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think that he looks happy he's out of jail. But I mean, anybody who has addictions and they have to go to jail, I mean, you missed a few months, you missed a few weeks or whatever it is, but if you didn't get anything from the programs, you are probably going to go back. They say, once an addict, always an addict. That's the thing they say. So when I saw that picture, I did not think that we out the woods with this.
Is it your hope that he'll be scared straight?
Yes, of course.
So where is Robert Sr. in all of this? Does he go visit Robert Jr.
He hasn't yet, but Robert talked to him the other day and he asked him to bring him, he wants books. He was like, give me books. So Robert Sr. is sending him a lot of books.
I don't know if not going to see him was the best thing to do. I'll just say that. And I think that Mary and Robert Sr. might have thought they were doing the best thing they could have done. But that's isolation, though, at the same time. You're kind of isolated when you are abusing substances. You're already isolated, and now you're isolated behind bars, behind a window. And so it kind of gets to a point where it's like, I'm isolated from everything at this point. So I don't know if that was the best thing to do. I think that they thought that. And what you can't tell a person who has to deal with a situation like this, like what to do or how to do it the best way, because you don't know. Everybody who abuses substances are very different. So I don't fault them for not going to see him. But I also do think, in hindsight, could that have been something? Maybe so.
Maybe I should send him yours.
I'll send
He
it
just
to
wants to read.
I can send it to him. That's easy.
Yeah.
There's a chapter in it about you. He'll love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you not read Heather's book?
No, she didn't read this book. All right. Let me read this comment. Nita says, what's going on, Nita? I think I've seen you before, but welcome. Everyone copes differently. I'm not a huge fan of Mary, but she does not need to be judged. Absolutely. I totally agree with this. On how she handled the situation with her son. I only have one child, and I don't even want to imagine. And that's what I'm saying as well. Like, I do love Mary. I mean, I've heard a lot of things about Mary. I don't know if I'm like a huge fan of Mary's, but I do like Mary on the show. I think this story was a really great story, but I do wonder, was it too much for him? I also think, like, at the end of the day, like, he's gone now, And so I think that's the thing that just kind of really scares me. It bothers me. I want to go here to Google. It says, yes, according to reports on February 25th of 2026, Robert Cosby Jr., the 23-year-old son of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Mary Cosby, has passed away. The details of death: Salt Lake City police responded to a full arrest medical emergency. So full arrest medical emergency. I'm assuming because of the thing that I put up the other day, they were probably going to arrest him because he had other felony charges from after he got out of jail. But then it was a medical emergency at a residence on Monday, February 23rd, which then became a death investigation. The cause, while an official cause of death has not been released, reports indicate it was treated as potential overdose. So everything that I'm pulling up, it says it's saying that it's potentially an overdose. I think it's a good time to say this, as a parent, and I'm not a parent, but I have students that call me their dad, their mothers call me their godfather. I'm very instrumental in their lives. I think the question will be in your mind is like, what could have you had done differently? But I also think about the jobs that I've had, and I always say, when it's your time, it's your time. You can't change that date, right? So I feel like I'm a little struggling with the entire situation. I just feel really bad for Mary and Robert Sr. I feel bad for them because it's hard to lose a kid, especially through substance abuse. It's like, their minds are always going to go to what could we have done differently? Because when Mary got to the point of let him sit in jail, at least he can't harm himself, I knew it was bad. So I don't know. I dropped the link for you guys. I'm gonna do it for 2 more minutes, and then I would love to hear what you guys think. It's 17 people in here. If y'all want to come up here, I think this is a very therapeutic moment for people to hear other opinions and hear other people who may have experienced or may not have experienced it, but talk about it. I'm sure at some point it circles around to people who have been through this, even if it's not for a marriage situation. But it would be really great to hear you guys' opinions on this. And for me, this is extremely hard to hear. I'm sad that they have to go through this. This is going to be a forever grieving situation. Your child passed away at 23. And maybe because of what I've been through at the end of last year, I might be a little bit more sensitive about it, but that's a lot to deal with, I'm sure that we'll see on the next season. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mary opted out, to be honest. If she does come back, I think it'll be so great for her to travel that road for other people who have had to experience something like this. But I would not require it, because grief is hard, y'all. It's extremely hard, and you just never know the time of the day of people that are close to you. You never know. So let me read one more thing while I wait. See if you guys come up here. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Salt Lake City star Mary Cosby's son, Robert Cosby, has died from 3. Was responded Monday to a report of medical emergency. An official cause of death has not been released. Robert Cosby Jr. previously opened up about his struggles with substance use on the Bravo series. So nobody else said anything different. Let me look at this. Hold on, let me pull this up with Mary. All right, let me pull this up. Where's this at? All right, let's check this out.
It's for you, Mary, about what happened last week on the show. A very real moment between you and Robert Jr. And the bride said, please thank Mary for having the courage to share her pain with us. And I hope things are getting better every day for her son. So I guess the first thing I want to know.
And so a lot of people have been saying this, like we've watched this journey on the show. If you guys have been watching, we have watched this journey on the show. So just so you guys know this. And I have to keep pausing it so that they don't strike my channel. Actually, let me put up my fair use thing too, just in case. All right, there we go.
Is how is Robert doing?
Robert is doing so good. I am so proud of him.
This is after he got out of jail.
And without giving too much away, he went to rehab?
He did go to rehab. He stayed for a month. He completed it. He did an excellent job. Wow. He came out a new person.
Came out a new person.
He did. He came out.
And see, I think that people thought that, but when I saw that picture, I was like, I don't think that that's true. I think that he was happy to be out of jail because they can't control what he does there anymore. So, but let's keep going.
Is there anything you can tell us about what happened with Robert Jr.'s wife?
She also went to rehab.
She did.
And you know what?
See, I did not know she was using substances with him. I did not know that.
But she's still in there.
She is. Very good.
She still what?
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
And you know what? She's still in there.
She is.
Oh, she's still
Very
there.
good. Good.
Yeah.
Were you nervous to talk to Robert Sr. about all of this? We don't see Robert Sr. this. No.
No.
No, I didn't know that the wife was using substances with him.
Be able to guide Robert better.
Bridget
would be able to guide Robert better.
Hold on.
He's experienced drugs when he was younger.
So
okay, so his father used substances as well. That's very interesting.
Would be able to guide Robert better.
Bridget and I were talking before the show about how impressed we were about how you handled that conversation. What was your reaction to it?
Well, I felt like your heart was laid bare.
I think a lot of our hearts was with Mary when she talked about this because, again, this is a hard conversation to have, especially with your kids. So I think that we were all impressed with how she did it. And I think that Mary tried a lot of different ways to help him through this.
Obviously, it's your son, but I just felt like everything you said was the right thing to say to him. The whole way that he could not have dreamt for better support. What you gave him was, I thought it was beautiful. It really was.
It was beautiful.
I think that people, I want to say Angie from the show, she did give Mary a lot of support when she found out about it. And I can just imagine what we did not see on the show of the support that Angie gave to Mary. But I definitely think that Angie gave Mary a lot of support when it came down to Robert Jr. And, this was one on how Mary actually flowed through this.
We just came together, Robert and I said, we're going to do this because we're going to help someone.
Wow. Did you have...
I also love the fact that she thought that they were going to help people. And I still think that they will help people who have struggled with a child or even a person who struggles with substances. I think that this story is going to help people all the way around. I just hope that we have better stories from the end of that. You know what I mean?
One in a situation like this?
He didn't plan what he was going to say, and I didn't plan.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I just said what I felt.
You did great. You did really good. Yeah. It's incredible. Yeah.
I think that's a very powerful story. I applaud Mary for bringing this onto this show, this platform. Y'all talk to your kids, your family members, whoever. You just don't want to hear stories like this, My prayers go out to Mary and her family. There's just not a lot of words I probably do have at this point. My prayers just go out to Mary and her family, that they're at the beginning of a new journey. I couldn't imagine losing a kid at 23. I couldn't imagine knowing that my son or my daughter is abusing substances and I'm watching this happen in real time. And I'm doing everything that I can, and it's in the end, it didn't even work. There's going to be a lot of questions of, did I do the right thing? Did I make the right decision? But at the end of the day, and if Mary ever sees this, you can't, oh God. You can't beat yourself up about this because you made the decision that you thought was right. And that's all you're responsible for, is that you did what you thought was right. You tried many things and they didn't work. And maybe they did work in the grand scheme of things. You know, that's a hard pill to swallow, but maybe you did, you know. But my heart goes out to Mary and her family, and anybody else who was connected to Robert Jr. And I'm gonna get off y'all because I'm like really holding back tears and I feel like I need to go. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.
Did it, I 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 did it, you did it, I did it, you did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it.